Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 9th. I'm Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. It's important to know that this broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. We're not offering any type of trading advice here today. Don't take any responsibility for any losses incurred while trading. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. I am not one of them. Let's take a quick look at the Forex Factory. March 9th. Man, we lost an hour of sleep. Sunday night, the clock sprung forward and left me behind in the dust. Coming up this morning, I don't see anything. Regarding economic news reports. Now, listen, when the session opened, and we're going to take a look at what happened when the session opened. President Trump is speaking, it looks like, this afternoon. But I don't see any economic news reports that we should be concerned with. Really, the big news report is what's going on with crude oil. We've got a crude bot that's trading the 8 Unarenko that's absolutely crushing it this morning. We talk about bots finding the ebb and flow of the market. The market opened and crude had gone up 20%. It was up over $100 a barrel. It's slowly making a small retracement from the huge move up. And we've got a bot running on an 8 Unarenko trading crude oil that's up just under $2,000 that we're going to be keeping an eye on. On my leaderboard, it's right up there in the top three. So let's take a look at what happened prior to the session opening. Well, once the session opened, let's say. At session open is at 1800 hours military time. Opened with a huge leg down, big gap down. Look at that. So the index equities, a big gap down. Crude oil futures, a big gap up. 20% gap up on crude oil with the geopolitical unrest. We've got a catalyst event happening nonstop right now in the Middle East. As these news reports come out of the Middle East, the market reacts with a tremendous amount of volatility. With crude oil, really the whole supply chain, the energy used for the world economy. Is being affected by the unrest in the Middle East. So the E-mini, since that big gap down, has slowly retraced through the London Open. It took a big leg up. The market doesn't like gaps, and it will look to fill in that gap. We're going to be looking for on the E-mini. We're going to try to pick up where we left off last week with our crosses. This was a beautiful trade right through this pivot. With those crosses, our Laguerre oscillator is pinned. What I mean by pinned, it's locked to the 100% line. The RSI, Relative Strength Index, is pinned to the top of our Laguerre oscillator. And we've got our confluence signal, those crosses, for the signal B entry. That's what we're looking for. So the session opened with a big gap down, and it's been retracing ever since. The NASDAQ on a 20 Unarenko probably be right about the same story. A tremendous amount of candles, meaning there's a tremendous amount of volatility. These are Unorenco bars. Let's go all the way back. Started moving back up and filling in that gap. Here's the overnight gap. So a huge move down, and just like the E-mini, it's been retracing back to the upside. If today's your first day joining us, welcome. I'm going to pop out my chat. Okay, perfect. And let's take a look at our leaderboard. What I'm referring to when I say leaderboard, these are the bots that are performing the best in today's session. I enabled these bots, it's important to know, at around 7:30 Eastern time, a couple of hours before we came on. Good morning, Keith. Hope you had a nice weekend. Number one on the list, the ES one-day pass. What is the one-day pass? That's a customized template. Extremely aggressive. Good morning, Tess. Extremely aggressive bot that looks to pass an eval in one trade. With this increased volatility, these one-day passes have been winning at a pretty good clip. It's a pass or fail strategy. And I say statistically to be safe, because I answer the phones here, is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. You could lose 3 in a row. You could win 3 in a row. It's going to even out over the course of a month to about 33%. Trade safely. Today happens to be my daughter's birthday, so I'm running to her school right after the live stream. Why don't we talk this afternoon, if that's okay with you? Say between 2:30 and 5:30. So let's keep going with our what have you done for me lately? This is what I call the leaderboard. What have you done for me lately? Listen, if you made money last week or last month, we were very grateful back then. But we need to make some money when? Today. Today. So these are the bots that are providing us with a good opportunity. Nothing's guaranteed, it's trading. But these are the bots performing well in the current trading environment. So we've got the Revo on an 8 Unorenco crushing it. The crude oil bot is also trading an 8 Unorenco, doing extremely well. The Sim 101 account is the ES one-day pass, trading just one contract. The Revo 16U, the MNQ on the 20 Unorenco, the gold retirement plan, gold is trading on a 20 Unorenco as well. What we don't see here are any NASDAQ 30 range bots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten everything. And what that does is it disconnects all of my strategies. The reason I want to disconnect them all is because it also resets the daily profit goal and daily loss limit to 0. During my session, I want every bot in the game. And I'm going to enable those. I'm going to bring up my lagometer. Trading these automated bots, our biggest enemy is lag, right? This lagometer tells me exactly how much latency that I'm currently experiencing with my computer on my computer. It's about a tenth, 700ths or 800ths of a second of lag time. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm watching crude oil. Crude oil is trading incredibly at over $100 per barrel. I'm afraid to go to the gas pump. Good luck, everybody. 9:29. Market's going to start in just a moment. Scalpers off. Our ES scalper, we're seeing the crosses already. On my 20-unit Renko, we're already testing upside resistance. The ES one-day pass scored again. That's 2 in a row today on the E-mini. Must have taken that long move at the open. We're looking for a break of resistance. The market doesn't like gaps. It's looking to fill in that gap from overnight. Let's watch the NQ16U on the NASDAQ. Now, what we like to do is we like to let the market settle down after the opening bell and kind of find a direction. Crude is headed down, down, down. Whoa, my goodness! It just look at the volume on crude oil. Crude is trading 2,000, almost 2,000 contracts a minute, which is incredible. Been getting a lot of pullback and go entries. It'll retrace to the 50 and continue down into the trend with the signals B or C, depending how much of a retracement it makes. Bam, there it goes. That's finding the ebb and flow. That's what I refer to, the ebb and flow of the market. And just like that, it's in a $500 trade with the leapfrog kicking in. Bam, a full winner, $2,770. I don't know if we're able to trade. I don't know if they've, banned trading crude oil. But man, this looks like the bot to go to. Before we trade it, let's do this. Let's see if it retraces. Looking for a pullback and go to the downside. Here's another one. Here we go. Another move to the downside. I'm curious how much we're risking on these entries. Let's take a quick look. I can't trade it unless I know what my risk is. I forget what I put it on. Our ATM on this strategy, we're risking $250. Not bad. Here comes another short if it was enabled. Hang on. So we're only risking $250 on this crude bot. Wow. Okay, Rao's running the crude oil on the retirement plan template, which is using a 20 Unarenko, 2060-100. Watch this roll to the downside on crude. This is the entry that's been scoring. Anyone know if you could trade crude with an Apex account? Anybody hear anything? Let's see if it breaks through support. I'm looking to make it my leader account, the SimCL one contract. Here it is. Oh. That didn't work. Watch the break of support. This could be a big move down right through this area. Thanks, Mike. Let's make sure we're enabled. Yes. April, perfect. By 3 minutes. Your atomic clock. Um, you should have a little icon for that net time. My time is off by 3 minutes according to my atomic clock. If I look at the bid ask price, 66.73. You know what? You might be right. 66.7. No, it appeared. Well, what I could do is I can go to my net time and open this up. It's one of the little hidden icons in my taskbar, and I can update it now. Crude oil's in long. Look at this long crude trade. Let's see if we get a break at the VWAP on that E-mini. Our Liquidity oscillator is buried to the downside. We get a break of this VWAP, we could be looking at a leg to the downside on a signal B entry. My clock looks like it's off to you also, Mike? No, I don't take any offense. Let me see, 98.64, 98.53. Yeah, I do see it does appear off a little bit. 75, 71. Oh, okay. Our crosses just kicked in. Oh, look at this crude oil. Look at this crude oil bot. My ES scalper just flashed me across. I'm looking for a break of the VWAP short. Boy, this crude oil can't do anything wrong. I'm very tempted to give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Oh, okay, it did take it. I'm in this trade on crude. See if we can get some follow through. Risking 250 on the trade. Push up higher. I got the blue high volume candle. Come on up. Come on up. Get my leapfrog. There you go. Nice one. Keep pushing up. Nice one. And bam. Got my profit goal on that first trade on crude. And here's our second trade, 84, 85, and 86. Let's unlock it. Let's pivot over to these other two accounts and look for this short on the E-mini. Watch this short on the E-mini. Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it out. Come back. Look at this crude, another crude trade. Looking for the short now on these other two accounts. On the E-mini, we broke down through the VWAP, and I'm going to try to play our cross entry to the short side here. We got our momentum pinned to the downside. Testing, testing. Looking for some follow through on that E-mini trade. Didn't give it a lot of room. 87 and 88. Might have to go here and look to take a crude oil trade. It's right back in short. Looking for another entry long on crude. We need a signal B. That means we need our Laguerre, our RSI line. Bam, it just popped in. Let's see if we can get some follow through to the upside. Ah, oof. Just like that, I hit I reached my loss limit. Give it one more shot. Come on up. Push up, crude. Push up. Get up higher. Come on, Howard. Oh, giving me some heat. All right, I got to stop there. Whoa. All right, I'm going to stop. I lost 677, about 675 on those two. And on the three other accounts, I was up about 300. So I'm going to call it quits right there. And we'll let the bots keep trading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share this crude bot in Discord while we're talking. So if anybody wants to trade it, I'm going to share it with you now. Wait, let me close this. If you're in our Discord, I'm going to put it in the strategy collaboration channel. And it's only going to take trend trades. I'm going to call it the CAICL Black Gold. It's on a 8, 20, 40 Inorenko. Okay, so everybody, if you're interested, it has really one day of just today. Of data. Rao also loaded the retirement plan with crude oil and did extremely well. But if you wanted a template that you could trade crude today, this one has done very good for me this session. You can see it's up $2,300 and the entries look really nice, especially on that signal C entry. They've been working well. the E-mini just didn't have any follow through. It broke through that VWAP with a yellow bar, and I was licking my chops over here, and it popped right back and poked me in the eye. Good morning, Tom. The Mack truck. Let me pull my leaderboard up just a little bit. No, I don't see the Mack truck. No. The NQ 1-day pass is in a monster. Whoa, let me close that position. Something's wrong. It must have the leapfrog on it. Look at this entry. Here comes an entry on crude. That's the setup that's been working really well. The pull back and go. Let me see the ATM over here. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's so tempting to trade crude again. Crude is moving beautifully. Moneymaker's in, $1,200 win. It's up 1,200 on a short move. Having that more forgiving liberal stop work to its benefit. I'll tell you, with these prop accounts, trading the full E-mini, the ES, can be challenging with the ATM strategy. At 1250 a tick, you can go from up 500 to down 500 very quickly in an open position. Yeah, the scalper was a dud today, Tom. You're right. You see what it did pre-market. It just got crushed. Here's the entry on this signal C. Watch the signal C long on crude. This is the one that's been doing so well. Look at a follow through. On 25 ticks of risk. High volume candle going right up into resistance. Let's see if it, okay, we're in a profit window. Bam, here we go. Here we go. Those signal C's are popping today. Risking 250, we're up 700 on the trade. 3-to-1 risk to reward. Bam. What a absolute picture perfect entry and trade. Here comes a signal B if it continues. Crude is trading really nicely. Here comes a retracement. This is the ebb and flow. Retracement and continuation up into the trend. Great job. Great job. Tony. Here we go. This could be another one. Another signal C. The retracement just wasn't deep enough. Well, now it is. Let's see if it pops. Let's see if it bounces off the 50. Nope. Fantastic, George. Micro Bitcoin, huh? There we go. Signal A that time. Bam. This, holy smokes, this crude oil template is crushing it. Man almighty. Let me get off my green bots. I think we can get back in the game. Today is a unique day with this crude. This could be another signal A. You got to watch the triggers. Oh, I guess it's just learning each bot and what trigger it uses. Here comes another signal A. That's the break of the RSI line up through the 20%. My 50 would have to be green in order for that to trigger a signal A. If it continues down, it's going to be a signal B short on crude oil. Getting really nice volatility on crude. It's up $3,320. You don't see that often. That's an exceptional session it's having. Scalpers in short on the E-mini. Here we go, a signal B short. Bam. Boy, this thing can do no wrong. Boy, is it tempting to jump on this thing. I wish I should have done it. Watch the signal C short. Look at a volume on crude. Tremendous volume. Looking for a signal C short here. There we go. Come on, give us some follow through. A little more risk than I want. Much more risk than I want. Come on, follow through the downside. Too much risk. Oh, trouble. Trouble. Oh, okay, we're done with that bot. I got to come back big time tomorrow on those few Apex accounts. Oof. It is very risky with this elevated volatility. I had my opportunities. The gold retirement plan is trading really nicely. Here's gold right here. Gold is trading at just under 5,100, 5,090. You'd expect gold to be trending to the upside. There goes crude long. Oh. Yeah, sure. I'll put the silver in now for you, George. It's trading a 1 minute. It's very risky, George, but I'll certainly share it with you. Let me just show you the P&L that I have with it, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. In the month of March, it's down $18,000. I'd really rather not share it with you. I don't feel comfortable with the results on this. See if there's just no time out of the day that it does well. Gonna need to change the settings on that one, George. Today, this crude oil is just trading beautifully. Here comes our cross on the scalper. Broke through the VWAP. 10 o'clock, we usually get a shift of direction, almost like clockwork. A 10 o'clock reversal on the E-mini. There goes crude. Whoa, look at that thing go. It's unbelievable. Holy smokes. Look at that move up. Oh, wow. This crude template's just crushing it. Here's a signal C long. Bam, here we go. Come on. Get me back in the game. Push up. Push up. There you go. There you go. Needed that one. There we go. Bam. What a beautiful trade. Got me back to down. That was about a $700 trade on that signal C entry. Caught it on crude oil with those high volume candles, just pushing crude oil above $103 a barrel. There it goes again. I put this template in Discord. This thing is a money-making machine today. It could very well beat our one-day record. Here comes another signal C. Let's take it one more time. Let's see if we get one more push to the upside. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Nice. Push up. All the way. Nice trade. We're at 45.60, trading one contract on crude oil today. Another one. Another signal C. Oh, this one's a little bit of a deeper pullback. Ah, darn. Here's our ES trade. All right, we're in on the scalper. Come on down. Come on, give me a short roll on the E-mini. There's no follow through. Come on, push down. Look at crude's at $104 a barrel. The ES scalper getting some follow through now to the downside on our crosses. Bam. Just got a $250 lock in there. Wow. Look at crude oil, 104. Extreme volatility on crude. Tempting to go short on crude. We got a crossover, 1550 crossover. Our RSI is pinned to the downside. This is a beautiful short entry right here. But we're in such a deep uptrend. It's hard to go short in this market on crude. High volume candle short. Here comes the pop to the upside. We fought our way back, all the way back on those two accounts. Bam. There it goes short. It's going to score too. It's going to score. Oh, just missed my profit window. A nail biter. Come on down. Come on down, crude. $2,200 on the crude scalper. That's what it is. It's the crude scalper. You're exactly right on that 8 Unarenko row. With that leapfrog, it makes it really exciting. We're only risking 250 on that trade. It's 225 ticks of risk on the version that I'm using that you're looking at, with the potential with this leapfrog to get a huge winner. That was a textbook short entry right there. Market structure wise, set up beautifully for a short. Is it oversold? That bot's up $4,260 today, trading one contract. It would have been a good idea to just enable it and let it get you there. I'm tempted to give it one more shot. We're just so oversold. There we go. Let's get a retracement. We got a great day of trading. Mark Miller's coming up right behind me. It's Miller time. Followed by David Wise at 11:30. You don't have to go anywhere. We're all going to be on this same exact channel. Exciting day of trading. I can't remember crude oil giving us opportunities like this. High volume candles to the downside. It's jumping went from $104 a barrel. Now it's down to 102 very quickly. Enormous amount of volatility on crude. It's almost like trading the NASDAQ. Here we go. Another leg down. Let the good times roll. Let's do it. We needed a retracement. The signal C has been doing so well. If this retraces a little deeper, we could catch a signal C. That one's been scoring on a very regular basis today. Here we go. It's retracing a little deeper. Little tighter to the 50. Come on up. Come on up. There you go. That's what we needed. Just jumped in. Signal C short. The Revo on the 150 range is crushing it. Look at that short. Signal C short again. Another beautiful signal C short entry. Let's see if we can get a continuation down into the trend. I'm going to give it one more shot. One more pullback. Come on, retrace one more time for me. Oh, wow, popped me in quick. Froze. Oh, yes. That put me on all green. Man, we got into that thing with a pop to the downside, and it brought every one of my bots into the green on that move. Came back from the abyss. And crude oil got me green on every single one of my accounts today. The Revo NQ150 is in on the left. Here comes another signal C entry short. This bot is finding what we call the ebb and flow. It just can't find a loser. Watch the roll off the 50. Here we go. We're up 47.80. It's looking for another short roll. Thank you, George. It's not me. I wish it was. This crude oil, man, this thing Came out of the blue. Bam, here we go again. It's been like candy, taking candy from a baby here. This crude can't do no wrong. It's unbelievable. $5,000 on crude oil. We get a break of support. This thing can go right back down to $98 and one move to the downside. Crude oil looks like the NASDAQ today. It froze up the chart. There was such a big sell-off at that moment. So many short orders. When it came back to life, it had flown right through my profit window. Let's see if we get a break of support. We're at $101 a barrel. There goes our 150 range on the NASDAQ. It's number 4 on the leaderboard. Bam. Look at this bot go. These Revos. Here we go. Another C short to put us at 5,200. Those signal C's are money in the bank. Look at this one. Wow. There's a $1,000 trade on NASDAQ on the Revo. We got a signal B entry short. We need some follow through the downside. Bam, got it. Got it. 5,500 on crude oil. 2,700 on the NASDAQ. These bots are putting on a show today, man. Let me tell you. This crude bot, $5,520. The crude scalper with the leapfrog integration on fire. Yeah, this is the trade, the ebb and flow with the short roll. The money maker's still in. Money maker's up 1,600 on the ES30. Here we go, another short roll on crude. Coming down to 99. Crude is not rude, and the goose is loose. Here we go, short roll, C entry. One more time for good measure. Let's get a record. Excuse me, getting excited. Maybe we go back up to 104 a barrel. Look at that move, leg down, will you? Well, I haven't seen crude move like this. I can't ever remember it moving like this. Do you? That crude is hey, Black Deer, that crude is a tester. We just kind of threw it together. I kind of threw it together this morning because of what happened overnight. And it's really the scalper bot. I've just taken off any counter trend trades, and the entries are just firing off in the direction of the trend. Short trades a red 50, green long trades a green 50 with an 8 Unarenko, which is a really short time frame. So it can catch these swings up and down very quickly. It's got moves like Jagger. Here we go. There it goes long. Incredible volume today on crude. Let's look at what the daily volume is compared to the other instruments. If we add crude oil onto our lagometer, we're at over 500,000 contracts crossed today. More than the NASDAQ E-mini. More contracts than the NQ. The NQ's at 347. Just to put it into perspective, crude oil is up over 500,000 contracts already. The E-mini's at 900,000. Here comes another long on the Revo NASDAQ. Come on, crude. We're looking to break it. Wow, there it goes. It's in the profit window. Let's see if we can get a couple leapfrogs out of this. $54.80. Stick around. We got a great day of trading. Miller time coming up next, 10:30. Just a minute or two. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It is Miller time right here on RLT TV. Coming up in just a minute. David Wise is bringing up the rear at 11:30. $55.80. Incredible. This is how we ended the session the first hour. Really nice leaderboard. The ES and the NQ one-day passes both scored, but crude oil stole the show. If you're joining us late, we shared a template in the chat for crude oil. It's only risking $250, and it's made $1,000 on several trades. The Revo on the 150 range, the Revo on the 8 Unarenko. If you own the AI Auto and want to add the Revo, we're doing a special for legacy clients. You want to add the Revo bots, send us an email to support@Rightline Trading. Back in long on crude. Got wicked out. That's 25 ticks. It just threw a wick and got me. 25 ticks. Like it was nothing. It's in short. We've been getting incredible follow through on this bot all day, all morning long. Past performance, though, is not indicative of future results. It could give it back. Hey, I'm going to have to call you back. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see where we are here. Let's see what the ES looks like out of curiosity. Got a nice pullback and go above the VWAP. The ES didn't really set up for us very well today. Not a lot of follow through. The ES best spot. In long on crude. Let's see what the volume looks like. 300. It's coming down a little. Not like it was. See if we can get it in our window. Little bit higher. All right. Hey, Mark. Good
Hey,
morning,
good
sir.
morning, Rory. Good to see you again.
Morning. Yeah, man, we've been crushing it with crude oil.
All right, really?
Yeah, I've got a crude oil bot that's up 5 grand.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
it's a real. Rao is traded the crude oil on the 20 Unarenko and did very well.
You have to hand that strategy out to everybody in the Discord and I'll grab it too.
Yes, sir. I already dropped it. It's in the strategy
Okay,
collaboration channel.
perfect. Thank you.
All right. Have a great session.
Okay, Rory. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard. You and Rory Powers have been crushing it, huh? Let's go. Let me grab my comments here. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Chat. All right, we're up and rolling. Good morning. All right, here we go. We got the NQ and the ES scalper. Got some take profit trader accounts over here on the left. We're rolling the retirement plan into the these accounts over here. There we go. Okay, retirement plan took a nice little winner there for me. Let's see. Took that long entry. Didn't get to get it on the chart here, but it closed out right here for me. I don't have that CL yet, Rue. I'm gonna have to go grab that thing. Pop that out. Let's see. Here we go. Got the goose loose. Good to see you, Rue. Tony, good morning. George, how's it going? Tom, good to see you. Mike, good morning. Mark, good morning. All right, got a great team here. Tessa, good morning. Keith, good morning. All right, guys, we're rocking and rolling here. We got a couple of strategies trying to make a little money, have a little fun today in this ES scalper trade right here. Got the ES scalper going long. Let's go long. Yeah, I gotta get that CL Roo. I know. I've been watching obviously the news and man, they're telling, that crude's up. I don't even know the percentage now. It was like 20 last week, so I assume it's much bigger now. That scalper, it's the best time that I found is between 9:30 and 10:30. That's the hottest time I've seen for really any of the strategies. I'll show you what I know, Mike. How about that? We go through a couple things here today, man. I've spent some time over the weekend with Claude Cowork, and man, what a great program! I tell you, I was able to. I think I've spent about. I was telling the team this morning. It's hard to say how many hours it is when you spend time on some of this stuff, but I probably spent I don't know maybe 6 hours so far on this Claude Cowork. And I'm able to drive right into our database that we have created back here. And we already have AI in here, but it's a local machine learning algorithm. And but now I was able to use Claude Cowork to interact with our trade database. So I'm able to actually read and write to the trade database, and it will also develop this really beautiful dashboard of what optimizations that it would recommend that we make, and then how much money that would increase if we would make those recommendations. This one's just for the stops and the targets. But I was just testing it out to see if it could actually do it. But sure enough, man, it really cranked out the data for us. And I can also write these to the database. So create a full closed loop system with Claude here over the weekend, and it can dig into the weeds and really give us a great analysis and recommendations to improve our strategy settings. So, man, I'm super excited for this to really keep moving on this Claude co-work. So, if anybody has anything out there that's similar, share it with us. I'll be sharing this Claude co-work skill. It's a skill that I developed on how to optimize the strategy settings. In effect, this one is just the stops and the targets. But eventually, we'll have it built to where it'll do the trading hours and really everything that we had before. But this time, it's going to be fully interactive. Last time, it was sort of hidden behind the scenes, and the new one, we're going to keep it exposed so that you guys can mess around with it too, and try to develop your own learning with the bot back and forth. So I'm excited for that. And if you're interested in the entry signals, Mike, there's well, see, we got so many now. We have over four. We have four. But the retirement plan, let's just take that one. We'll just take the retirement plan real quick, Mike. So this one's our signal A entry. And our signal A, there's two entries. One's a signal A long, and then the other one's a signal A short, and it lives on this Laguerre oscillator. What I mean by that, this is the deterministic indicator that delivers the signal, and this signal A entry um, comes right when this momentum indicator, this white line, passes right through this 20% right here. It's point 0.2, but that's really 20%. So as soon as momentum moves 20% off the bottom, the entry signal, if we can kind of see it right up here with my crosshairs, it takes it right after the next candle. So we got it on candle close. So as soon as this first candle right here closes, it will take the entry, and you can see where the little blue triangle is right there. That's the signal A entry, and that's the retirement plan. You can see another one back here. Again, when the price momentum went down below this red line and then popped back out, that's its entry. So that one's the signal A. That's the earliest signal that we have in a price movement. Signal A is our first entry, I would say, through the progression of a price movement. And then signal B is once this Laguerre momentum oscillator is fully pegged. So either fully up, like you can see it right here. So that's a signal B. Once it closes above this 100% line, that would be a signal B entry. So somewhere around this range right up here would have been a signal B entry. And then obviously if it goes, for the down, it would be the same way. And then to go to our signal C, we go to this other indicator here. not our Laguerre. This one right here is called the Scholastic oscillator. And so signal C is our Mack truck, for example. The Mack truck functions on a signal C. And this one is when this yellow line passes that blue line. So it's really at the momentum shift. It's when the 50% gets passed. And we also have a few other, filters in there that will, be required for it to enter on a signal C. So like we like to make sure that this, the 50 moving average is also in alignment with it. So there's a few other filters that might either, prevent or allow that trade to happen. And then I'll say the last one for the AI is the signal D. And Dan from Baltimore, Dan worked at the Pentagon. I think he told us for over 40 years. And Dan, an avid trader, owned our system for a long time. He brought us the signal D, and that one's a little bit more complicated. The easiest way for me to explain it is something like this. It's within the price movement, and it's when the tail hits the 50 period moving average and then bounces off. So that one's a little harder to explain because there's not really an indicator that you can look at. It's really price and the lines, these moving average lines that we have. So that one's the signal D. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Mike. We appreciate it. You're very helpful for us to make sure we deliver value. I'm running the ES scalper. Got the ES scalper again today. She's on the way up. We got a $70 trade across 3 accounts. Yeah, I kind of did that originally, Mike, thinking that it would be, helpful, but I don't know. It's more of an intuitive thing if you want to know for yourself. But what I found is that trying to make things simpler is is kind of our goal. I wish we only had 2 strategies, really. That would be much better, I think. But yeah, if you wanna get to know them better, that would be a good way to do it. In fact, for a while, I even had how much risk each one of them takes because I thought that would be valuable information as you enter a trade that that this strategy has a risk of, X amount of dollars. So there's a lot of good ways I think that you could rename them into stuff that would be valuable for yourself. Looks like gold must be moving nicely today. I saw it coming up on the leaderboard earlier, and it's still here. Got the old Revo coming up here again. It's actually numero uno on my leaderboard. And this one's very similar to the ES scalper, the Revo ES8U. They're both on the 8 Unarenko, both using the 8 Unarenko candle. And our 8 Unarenko candle is an 82040. This one right here. And this one is this scalper we have running on 3 of the signals. No, 2 of them. Yeah, 3. A, B, and C. So it's in an awful lot of trades, which I like. Some people don't. This one's in a lot of trades. Yeah, good call, Mike. Appreciate that. Got a nice movement going on here on the NQ. Good movement going north. Looks like we hit the daily high right here. Another new daily high. Oh, no, that's on. We want you to participate for sure, Mike. We want you to be active. That's way better than sitting here staring at the screen with no interaction. This is way better. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take a quick second and open up my windows here. It's smoking hot down here in Miami Beach today. Woo. Let me take a quick break here. I'll be right back. I know Mike loves this one, so I'll do this for Mike. A little bit of promo. Nice move to the upside. Here we go. Well, we got big moves going on now. I caught the right time to trade today. We finally got the good slot. Running the ES scalper on the left to three take profit trader accounts. Got $1,000 trade out of the ES scalper now. I'm using it, using this trade copier. They call this a cross order. And if I click this little guy, it just takes one MES contract instead of the full ES. These are the $25,000 accounts. So I always say only need 1,500. I only say that because it's the smallest account. Every other account, you need more than 1,500 in profit to move it to the pay account. So that's why I guess I say that, but that's a lot of money. 1,500 is a lot of money. But anyway, when you break it down and you just trade the one micro, it gives you a lot more flexibility to take some hits and then get yourself a nice winner here and there. In fact, if I see nice movement, I use the auto trader as a tool to tell me that, hey, it's time to jump in the game, right? It's time to jump in the game. If things are moving nicely and you're starting to see a nice trend, I'll jump right in on this bad boy and we'll make some money and have some fun if everything works out for me. I've got these ATMs built over here that can do all kinds of stuff. Looks like we're a little bit overextended now. We're starting to get a little bit loose on price, and not a good time to jump in. We'll wait till it retraces, but if it takes another entry, that'd be a good time. Be a good time to join the party. On the ES, I like it when I do manual trades. I typically take 20 tick trailer. Kind of keeps me out of trouble. So I'll keep about a 20 tick trail when I manually trade them. That's kind of my favorite. Hitting a little milestone up here, though. We're hitting 6,700 on the ES. So we all know that those solid numbers tend to, well, people shoot for them. Say, hey, I'll give 6,700. You know, when you're talking to a broker, okay, 6,700. You know, those even numbers, they tend to have a lot more orders, you know, being placed around those numbers. So it's I call it sticky. It's a little more sticky. Doesn't necessarily move through like warm, like a warm knife on hot butter. Oh wow, okay. Interesting, Mike. Showed all the strategies and it said if more than 3 bots take the trade in the same direction, then manually take the trade. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good indication, right? Is what it's telling you, that that's a good indication to go long. Mark, let me help try to articulate what you're mentioning there so I can try to see if we can do it, and if we are going to do it, something that could be really good. I want to try to flesh that out a little bit more. A feature where we can add a trade and use the same trade. MNX. MNX. Management. Okay, same trade management. Gotcha. Thank you. Hope we can get a feature where we can add on a trade. Same trade management. Got you. So for example, let me just try to flush this out. For example, this is a nice trade. I like the trade. I want to add into it. And so maybe like add another contract into this fully automated strategy is what you're proposing, would be a nice feature. So if I'd hit like buy right here, it would add a second contract into this strategy rather than, you know, right now when I do it, it just does that, and it, you know, it enters as this this ATM that I have built down here. But you would like it to, let me see. So I'm holding 2 contracts now. Mark, do you think it would be good to, here's what I was thinking, and maybe that's along your line, is if a strategy is doing really good, like let's just take the retirement plan because it's number 1 on my leaderboard. I usually don't call the 1 day passes number 1 because it's really not. It's like the one hit wonder, you know, you get lucky or you don't kind of thing. These are pounding away every trade though. They're all over the place. So I call these, you know, the regulars. But so the retirement plan's doing well. Do you think it'd be smart to, like, I call it scale into it? Like, okay, it's doing good. Now let's take 2 contracts next time. Oh shoot, it won again. Let's take 3. You know, do you think that, or maybe even have it have that opportunity to where you click that, like scale up, maybe like a scale up feature, and it would automatically, you know, through some math and things in the background, know that it's doing well and say, okay, it's time to take more. Is that along the line of what you were thinking, Mark, or is it something a little bit different? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, that would be cool. Um, and I think it's, let me think about that. I'd have to run that one by Sergio. I'm not sure his capabilities when the thing is with our automated strategies, we're almost off in a whole different world than the manual part. They live in sort of two different worlds inside Ninja Trader. And I know he hates it every time we talk about like the ATMs because he says he doesn't have any, any control over them. Like they're, in a different zone, I guess, or whatever in the programming. Um, but he does have full control over the strategy. So maybe let me talk to him. But that is a neat idea, right? If it's cranking, just like I just said, this one's doing well. Why wouldn't I add into it? And it would, it would price average, right? It would price average. It wouldn't, if it was already up, it would then move up because you would be entering the trade higher. So it would make the price average be where the entry would say that it took place. That's an interesting one. That is a good idea. That's exactly what I was saying. If it's doing well, let's just go for it. Okay, we caught a retirement plan entry. Signal A going long. Here we go. That's a good one to buy into. Here's the retirement plan. Got some upper level resistance to pound through here on both of them. Yeah, that would be a nice feature. Because it'd be great to buy it now, right? When price is down below to sort of dollar cost average down, and you're hoping that it'll keep going up, but nobody ever knows for sure. Indications look like it is going to, but who knows? So yeah, if we buy in right now, yeah, my price, let me see, does my price move? So we're at 24,570. I'm going to take two more. Oh, let me wait. Wait a second here. I'll take a couple more if it comes down and sort of dollar cost average down a little bit. All right, we coming out hot. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah, it does. It moves the dollar cost average. But it doesn't attach into our current stops and targets. I get you. Mm-hmm. Ooh, bad one. That's a big rejection right there, huh? Everybody was pumped up until they weren't. ES scalper, though, is pushing through it. Pretty solid. Caught a nice high volume candle here. A lot of volume here, a lot of price mixing. We're working it. We're working it over here. Jump on out of there. Let's go. 24.6 in the windshield. 24.6 on the NQ. Let's shake this off here today. Let's shake this off. Come on. Make some money, have some fun. Let's go. Here we go. Now we got some orders in. Nice move to the upside there. She clears that 600. Yeah, this signal A is a beauty, especially when we're trending nicely like today. This one's a beauty because it's on that 20 Unorenko bar too, so it's a huge bar. It's 120 ticks, or I'm sorry, 100 ticks to switch the candle color. So it's got to be a pretty big move to change the color, and we know it makes a lot of these big moves, like, but it's still above the 50, so it really catches those nicely coming out. It won't take it into the wrong color, so it had a signal A entry here, sure, but it didn't take it because of this green line right here. This green line restricted it from entering that signal A entry. I love it. Let's do it, Mike. Let's do it. Let's figure out a couple of rules. And I'm in. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow at the broadcast. You can pick your bot. I'll pick my bot, and we'll have a little face off, little bot challenge here. Do you want to stick with the ones that we have, or you want to create your own? And you know, how many contracts, those kind of things, any rules, just drop them in, and we'll try to create a little challenge. Okay. Yeah, whenever you're available, I like it. I wanted to do this a while ago. I was hoping to get software that we could do that, you know, and then I tried that prop firm software and couldn't really get it going there either. I think it'd be fun though. I love the challenge. I always say gamble, but that's not the right word. I love to challenge people. It's really challenging the automation. Looks like this pivot's going to hold up after all. I thought for sure it was going to pound through it, but it held up. Getting into that 11 o'clock hour where it starts to soften up a bit. Yeah, no, let me think on the prize. You're right. Let me think on those. Here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to get some prop accounts and like give them away. And I just haven't, you know, put any effort into thinking about how to do that and how to do it properly. I'm sure there's a good way to do it. I just don't know about it. If anybody knows, maybe you can drop something in Discord or something, because I'd love to buy some and like give them away. I just don't know how you would do that. I don't know how anybody would give me one and how I would get it set up. That's I know Jesse W does it, so I should probably try to reach out to him. How do you do that? How do you get those? And how would you give one to somebody? Because, you know, they're finicky about when I order them, they come in my name, or they're not my name, my number, like my My number, I guess, when you sign up with them, you get a number assigned to you. Take Profit Trader, I'm not sure what their numbering system is, because when I buy a new account, it's just some random numbers. Apex, on the other hand, when you buy a new account, they're in sequential order. So that's it's easy to see. And but yeah, I wonder how you would I was an Apex affiliate, and then they kicked me out. They just recently sent me an email and said, hey, thank you for your affiliate program membership, but you're not a member anymore. I was like, well, fuck you too. Okay. It was when they just did their recent changes. I got an email, and I didn't really look into it much, but I should. I don't know what it's all about. They kicked me from the bus. I was going to go take a look at it and see what exactly it did say. Promotions, that's where it was. I don't know, maybe I didn't read it totally all the way. Man, it's a damn doozy, right? Apex. This is a special affiliate letter. Maybe I didn't read it. I'm sure I didn't read all that. Maybe I still am an affiliate. I'll have to read this closer. I thought I read that I wasn't. They really lay it on us, don't they? All these games that people play. That's what they say. Yeah, maybe I got my message mixed up here. It doesn't look like that's it anyway. Maybe I did get one, but that one isn't it. Gives away hundreds? Wow. Wonder how he does that. Huh. Yeah, there's something there. He must have his finger on the pulse of something. Even when I had the firm, we would try to give them away, but man, it's a battle. It's a battle. You lose your ass quickly. That's what I found out. See, we had all good traders. That was my problem. People that traded against us were good. I don't want to call people out, but Dan Tomaselli, man, he's a good trader. There's a lot of good traders that we have in our community. And when they bought our accounts, they all made their money. I thought, oh, this isn't good. There's supposed to be a 70% failure rate, and we never saw it. We didn't see it. We saw a lot of winners. That's a hard business if you're getting beat. Oh, man. Because you want people to win, but then you can't, give away the farm or you lose your business. So it's one of those balancing acts that's really a complicated relationship, actually. Taya took us to town. Oh, Taya from Canada, he smoked us. Okay, still got an ES scalper trade here. Still hanging on. That's what the ES does. It just hangs around. Hanging around, still in the trade. It's up 450 now. So I got 45 in these little take profit trader accounts. All right, Mike, have a good one. Good luck today. David Y is here coming up shortly. Show us some options trading. Speaking of options trading, man, Sergio worked on a nice program for me, and I just haven't given it a lot of time or effort yet. But he has a nice one to help develop some options strategies using AI. And I need to spend some time on it this afternoon so that I can get it down in my head how to do it, and then I'll show you guys how to do it. But it was pretty good stuff when he showed me. We put most of we call it the brain, right? The brain. All these AI have, like, you can call it build it a brain, really instructions or whatever. But we picked David Wise's brain and Sergio's brain, which are really great options traders, and put that is the code for that. It's not a GPT. That one is a. You know what? I guess it is a GPT now that I say that. It's a Chat GPT module. Things are going to get really confusing for us all here really soon with all these different AI models competing. Every week, another one drops a new release and it has some new features that are like, oh my gosh, look, I can't believe that. Yeah, the one that that Sergio was working on recently, he said this one's unbelievable. This options chain strategist. So he's worked on both of these. And this is the one that we were going to release. So it's teach me how to, do a full workflow, and it'll walk us through the full instructions of what to do. Currently, we're having to copy and paste the current options chain and deliver it to the AI. But over the weekend, I was watching some videos and I found some software that I can use to do screenshots and bring it in automatically. So we won't have to do copy and paste. So I wasn't going to release it until we really fully automate it. And we're also working on the app. So we've got an app that Mohit and his team are working on, and Sergio, but Sergio's like the project manager. But anyway, that's gonna be some cool stuff too, real soon. All this new software is awesome. We got an ES trade here, ES scalper, just above breaking even. Nice move to the upside right there. So today I'm running the ES scalper and the retirement plan. Those were the two hot ones earlier this morning. The retirement plan still numero uno on my leaderboard. The scalper lost its ground down here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to watch this gold nugget a little bit. This is actually on the MGC, so not even the GC. I think I'm trading 5 contracts on the MGC. This one's ruse. Ruse gold nugget. Let's take a look underneath the hood here. Gonna go down and look at how many contracts. Okay, 4. 4 contracts with a heavy duty stop loss though. So that's $100. I'm sorry, $1 a tick. So that's 150 times 4, $600. $600 whopper, even on the MGC. That's what it takes to make money, though, on some of these. They got to have a huge volatility movement. The bigger, the better. ES Scalper moving up nicely for us. Methodical. If someone could just stick to the ES, you could probably make some money. The NQ will whoop you back and forth. That's why we like this 20 Unarenko bar. It tends to take out some of that noise here. She's up 1,500 so far today. Took all those trades all night long. I started it at what time? Looks like about 7 last night, 7:30 maybe. Took its first trade last night. So it's been trading all night long. And it's at right here, it's at 14.27 now. So it's going to sit on the sidelines until this white line comes all the way back down into the red again, and then pop back out. So it's a bit of a waiting game. But that's called a trade setup. The trade plan is to wait on the indicator to do its thing for price to move in those directions, and then it jumps in automatically, like right there. Right there. Price always comes down. It's always moving. Sometimes I feel like it's getting away from me, but before I know it, I look and it's back down. Like, okay, don't get that scared. It's not something to get FOMO over. Looks like we cleared this price rejection pivot now. Well, that's a good one. That lasted a long time. Oh my goodness, look at that. 5:30 in the morning is when it hit that high, and it finally broke through that pivot again. It's almost 6 hours later. We got the good part of trading today. The strategy over on the left, the CS scalper, once it gets up to 60 ticks in profit, which is 750. once it gets to $750 here, this stop will move up to 30 ticks. There she goes. 750. So it just moved up automatically for me. So it's got a 30 tick winner now. And that's 325. So it made it 325 in the bank. And for me down here in these little accounts, that's 3250. So it's sealed in 3250. Man, what a beautiful move to the upside now. Look at that beauty. We were down here when we started the broadcast, 10:30. We were down around 400, right around here, 24.4. So we've ripped off about 200 and some points here. That's a beautiful move. Getting a lot of high volume blue candles over on the NQ. Really nice chart. Let's take a look at this. This is the 1 minute Heikin-Ashi, high volume. Not much moving in volume there. Slow, steady climb. Boy, the institutions are really moving the price now, aren't they? Look at this bad boy. Going up nicely. Okay, we started to build a price rejection over here. Start to see our pivot being formed. I'm going to do a little bit of a retracement maybe. It'll be a nice time to purchase some contracts here in a few seconds on the NQ. Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be good. 4 contracts on the NQ. That might be a little bit too heavy for this little guy. Oh, shoot. I had to change my instrument here to the M&Q. All right, David. Good morning, David.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
All right. Tough
Amen.
market here.
I don't know. We're moving up nicely now.
Moving up, yeah, into the gap. Oil's coming down. That's why the market's moving up.
Oh, what a relief.
The G7 is talking about releasing strategic oil reserves. They're going to meet on it tomorrow, so that's taking some of the pressure off of oil for the time being.
That's helpful.
Yep. Let me go ahead and get my screen up here.
Let's hope we continue to march north here. Get them 401ks back into good shape.
We got a long way to go in the SPY right now, I'll tell you that.
I know it.
I honestly think we're probably going to test the 200-day moving average on the SPY sometime in the next 2 weeks.
Feels like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously just trading what I see. That's it.
Yep. All right, David. Have a good one.
Hey, thanks, Mark. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye. Good morning, everybody from YouTube. You're just kind of watching over here. This is the SPY super system you're looking at right here. Just kind of watching the market. Big gap down this morning, starting to bounce back up. Oil starts to bounce just a bit here. Well, oil prices come down. So you can see the USO. This is a US oil index ETF, and it's moved up to 124, back down to 114. So it is really coming down a little bit. That's relieving some of the pressure on the market right now. By topping a little bit here. I'm going to go back to some Fibonacci candles and look for some entries on something. Right now, there's not an awful lot. The market is really compressing. So it's tough to find stuff. I took ALAB and I get out of that. I did have Tesla today for a win, and I did take some SPY Super System trade for some wins today. But see if we have any questions. Roger, sorry about ALB. Why would you be sorry about that? I took it. I like the setup. I didn't give enough consideration to the fact that it was in the SMH. Market stopped at Friday's low. Thank you, Shai. BAC long. I'd be real careful with any longs here on any banks right now. Tom, I mean, this is BAC. This is a daily chart on BAC, Bank of America. This is a 5-minute chart. I see no reason to think about going long on this one. If anything, I would be going to go short. I'd be go short on it. It's not really putting in a lot of volume here, but definitely is weak. All the banks are weak right now. Kind of just moving sideways. A lot of sideways movement. Big move down, compressing. Could it bounce? Yeah, it always can bounce. But the thing is, it's the daily chart's pretty horrible right now. And there's really no reason to go long here right now. You do have this is going to blue, but look where the indicator is. It's up pretty high, and it was up high as it moved up, but it went right to the VWAP here. So if it breaks down below the VWAP with like a yellow candle, I think it would be a good short setup. Enter on a watch list, okay. Will I consider PG different strikes for potential long if the market is so unpredictable right now? I mean, I wouldn't, for PG, if I was going to take PG, I would just intraday trade it on a long. You notice it doesn't have any big volume, but I would be intraday trading it. I don't think I would be looking for a swing on it. I mean, there is a case to be made for a swing trade on it for a short-term swing, because it's coming off the 50-day and above the 200-day moving average right here. And it does have room up here to the 15 and the 8, but the 8 is down below the 15. So it's in a bearish trend. So typically what you'd be probably looking at is a run up to about 156.50. And I would be very hesitant to do that. I wouldn't mind intraday trading it for long if it continues to show some power, but I have to see some volume. Again, I'm sticking with Heikin-Achi candles for right now, looking to try to find an entry in something that's got Heikin-Achi candles, white for long and yellow for short, like a Heikin-Achi reversal. Right now, I'm not seeing much of anything. Like Dan says, it's trying to squeeze water out of a stone right now. Sitting on your hands is probably one of the best things you can do right now, not really try to trade. SPY just kind of compressing here now. Again, these are Heikenhachi candles, but you can see it's moving up, but it's starting to roll a little bit. Get about halfway through the gap. Still above the VWAP on the SPY. I don't really see anything here to try to trade.
See you later, Dave.
Again, not really trading anything right now. Just kind of not really trading anything now, just waiting, just kind of watching. Not watching much here by the looks of this. Shopify moving up. It's about 11:48 here, 12 minutes of 12. Hey, Mike. Took KRE in the money puts. Okay, KRE. All right, in the money. Yeah, that you got to be careful here on this VWAP here. You want to see that break down. It probably is if I switch to a regular candlesticks, which I'm assuming is what you're probably watching. Yeah, broke down just below the VWAP here, and your momentum is moving down. So market internals, you can see are drifting down, not very dramatically here. The SPY's moving up. This market internals are really pretty flat. Shopify should make a company go public with Shopify. Yeah, Shopify. That's right. That's what we're getting here. A lot of chop, a lot of compression, a lot of news. Big move down. Oil's is pulling back now, so that's taking some of the pressure off the market. For how long? We don't really have any idea. It's a mess in the Middle East, and as long as oil is under pressure like this, the market's going to be tough to try to trade.
On Tesla TSLA, Tesla loses software director who built its OTA and robotaxi infrastructure. Some commentary out now by Fluid. Says oil production linked to straight upward moves with risks coming to complete halt as early as next month. Some comments out by New York Post says Trump tells the Post no reason to panic over Iran war oil price surge since I have a plan for everything.
All right. Trump says there's no reason to panic over the oil prices moving up so dramatically over the war in Iran. He has a plan for everything. That's what he said. Told the New York Post. ALB again took a loss on that one. It's just kind of moving sideways here now. KRE, that again, be careful of that. All right, so just kind of watching here. Not doing anything right now. William, can I poke AAOI? You know, they just got some notification that somebody's upgrading them. So I don't know. I'm just sticking with the thing. It's not, because they don't expire till Friday. It's not moving very much. The premiums are still pretty close to what I paid for them. I paid $13.84, $12.85 right now in this bounce, but we'll see what it does. Again, I've got plenty of this thing can move a lot. It's got an ATR of about where it is, AAOI. Got an ATR of about $14, so it can move substantially. All right, see if we have any questions here. I'm not doing anything at the moment. Pretty quiet.
Article out by TechCrunch said Qualcomm's partnership with Neura Robotics is just the beginning.
Again, I'm using Heikenhachi candles, but just not really doing anything because I'm not finding anything to trade. Nice move up here, but again, you'd like to see some big volume. Sandisk coming off of a big low here. Again, big pullback last week, right to the 50-day moving average right now.
On QCOMC highs of the day, following those TechCrunch headlines in regards to it being mentioned Neura Robotics.
Nice grind up there in VRT. Again, all-time high on this thing, 264.86. Pretty close now. Got some good volume today on the intraday trade. I mean, the daily chart, nothing too much right now on VRT. See in disc also.
Headlines out by Reuters. This is Trump to review options to combat spike in oil prices as soon as Monday. That's coming out from Reuters.
A little after 12 o'clock. Not very exciting price action here. SPY's trying to close the gap. These are Heikenhachi candles, but really just very, very slow movement here right now.
Members, more commentary on that report. Says options under discussion with the G7 and the U.S. agencies include releasing strategic reserves, limiting exports, intervening in futures, waiving taxes, and easing the Jones Act.
Kimberly Clark coming in here right now to the downside. It's below the 50-day moving average on the daily chart.
Coming from Tech Radar, OpenAI releases Codex Security to spot the next big cyber risks to your company, promises to identify complex vulnerabilities that other agentic tools miss.
And support at 101.22 on Kimberly Clark. 101.22. About $1 to the downside. Very flat market right now. Market internal is very flat. SPY itself pretty flat. KMB a decent short setup. You have this one high volume candle here. Again, it's got room down about 101.22, so about $1 to the downside.
Comes up with the Nikkei. Japan gives order to prepare for release of oil reserves.
Let's grind up an Intel. Not much high volume anywhere though right now.
Remember, watching that Qualcomm continue to hit new highs of the day now, up close to 1%. That's QCOM.
AOI starting to move up a little bit here. Again, they did get an upgrade. Trading just above my strike price of 102. But the premiums have got spread out because now it's up to trading at 14.15 right now. Again, I pay 13.64 for it. I get a sell order in at 15.85. So it needs to make some moves here. And a lot of activity in the market today is it's this oil prices are driving the market nuts, but there really isn't much to trade as far as I can see right now. I'm not really finding much. An awful lot of compression. This index moving up nicely. All green candles, or nothing, no big volume. Qualcomm, terrible daily chart. Moving up right now, though. On pretty steady grind. It's got the 8. Just a daily chart on Qualcomm. Pretty horrible. Moves trying to bounce back up. Again, you get the 8 here, the red line, and then the 15 is the orange line. It's your resistance levels right there. Disney coming off a low, Nike coming off a low. There's a lot of stocks coming off of lows here. Hard to put them off a lot into these things short and into these things long. Macro internals actually slightly drifting down right now, but just about flat. Just about flat as a pancake. PVV right down to the 200-day, 100-day moving average. A lot of compression. It's very difficult to trade out of compression like this. Very low probability trading environment here right now. A lot of compression. About 12.20 here. It's a Momo trade right there, ANTX. Momentum trade. No, there's no options. You have to trade stock. Again, this is Heikenhachi candle, so it's actually trading at 606. It's showing here is 598, but again, this is the actual price. Heikenhachi candles don't show exactly the same price as the stock because it takes two candles to make them. It's really running up pretty strong. A lot of volume. Very, very high volume on this thing today. It's actually into a gap. Huge gap. Look at this. This is a chart on this stock. It's entering the gap right here. It's likely to be a little bit of a resistance level right here on the top of that candle, right there, which is at 610. 610. It's running up now through that. Again, that's a big gap. Again, they have to trade shares. Trading at about 630 now. Yeah, these are Heikin candles. Pretty strong. You have to trade shares on it. I bought some, not an awful lot. Tesla, Ian, you caught the Tesla earlier. No, I tried one in ALAB and I took a loss on that. Other than that, I haven't done anything. I just did take some shares in CNTX for a Momo trade, but this is a Momo trade. These are very, very quick. And I got Heikin candles up here right now. It's actually trading at 626. I took it about 615. I tried to get filled at about 390, but I couldn't get in. So I took it at 615. And I'm not going to look for a huge win in this. I got a sell order at 665. 665. Showing some pretty nice volume here too. You see the high these are Heikin candles. There's pretty good high volume here in this thing. And I'm going to watch it. I might push my sell order up a little bit. Again, I'm into the gap on the daily chart on this thing. It's a huge gap. It runs all the way up to about 1880, which is a massive gap in this thing. I moved my sell order up. It's trading at 658. I had it at 665. I just moved it up to 685. The thing is moving up pretty strongly. It's continuing with some pretty nice volume coming in here. Again, this is the chart of the daily chart on ANTX. Again, this is a Momo trade. Momentum, see the entry to the gap right there. Still moving here pretty strongly. Again, Again, trading up to 689 here. I raised my sell order a couple of times in this. I raised it up again. But I am getting hungry. It's almost 12:30. I took profits in it at 685, so I'm out of it at 685. It could keep on going, but I am getting hungry. All right, so I'm out of this at 685, getting at 615. Not a bad trade. Again, it could keep going, but again, I'm going to get some lunch, and I'm just kind of watching the market here. You can see the SPY is really not doing an awful lot. Again, I do have high Fibonacci candles on here. I have to keep telling you that, just because it gets a little confusing sometimes. This is actually what the SPY is trading at, 670.40. Notice it's down here. It's what it's saying at 670.67 because its high Fibonacci candles calculate the price differently. This is your actual price on the actual SPY right now, 670.52. Again, I'm out of ANTX, getting at 615, out at 685. I'll take it. Hey, Sacklin, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Dan, just grabbed 20% off of Microsoft before he went to lunch. Good job. Yeah, pulling down right to the VWAP here. A lot of ugly, ugly charts. I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to go ahead and probably switch this over to regular candles because this way I'm going to leave the SPY up so you can see what the SPY is actually doing. ERT is still holding up, but again, very flat. Market, generally speaking, is pretty flat right now. SPY, Qs. Pretty much, Qs have almost gotten up to the pivot point. It's about 12:36. I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch. So I'll go ahead and close down the YouTube feed. Again, thanks to everybody from YouTube. I appreciate you being here today. And again, we'll be back here again tomorrow about 11:30. And again, this is a SPY Super System software right here that we use to identify when institutions are in trades, when they're not. Got some scanners, and also you can join the room or the alert service. Just go to rightlinetrading.com and you can see it all there. All right, everybody, have a great day on YouTube. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and trade well.